Before we can see Danny DeVito and Michael Keaton's brand new film called Dumbo, let's go back to the very first film that started it all. I will say it's somewhat of an underrated movie, but somewhat of a good but yet okay film. And it's called Batman Returns. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BoobBop197. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, my friends, it's that time again for another Batman movie review. I know I haven't done all the Batman films, but I'd just rather stay with the Batman films I do enjoy here and there. The only movies I will never do for a movie review is Batman and Robin, Batman vs. Superman, The Dawn of Hell, and that stupid Justice League movie. So stay away from those films. They are really, really bad. Yeah, it needs to go down in the garbage where it belongs. I'm not sure about the animated films. I thought of a few of them here and there. But I think the live action films are the most comfortable ones I can watch. So yes, this is another Batman film. And it does feature our dear beloved Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito. Says they're going to work together again for Dumbo, and they are going to reunite with Tim Burton and Danny Elfman for the next chapter of them working together. And since they did work together 4 times in different Tim Burton films, well, if you guys knows which one it is, you'll know what I mean. So, anyway, for my next movie review is Batman Returns. And yes, it is truly an underrated classic. I will say it's somewhat good, but somewhat of an okay film for me. But there are some parts I do like here and there. Well, if you know what I mean. So, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my next movie review called Batman Returns. And yes, it's the only sequel that Tim Burton have ever made, and he will never do another Batman film ever again for the rest of his life. Tear, tear. Alright, here we go. The main plot of the story. All I know is it's Christmas time at Gotham City. Everybody's ready for the holidays and living a nice peaceful life at their city, but not until this half man, half penguin dude named Penguin, he's on the loose to threaten Gotham City. And there's another person on the loose named Catwoman, a lady who loves cats. It's up to Batman to stop both of them and try to stop them for making more threats on Gotham City while there's a great holiday going on. And that's all I could say about the main plot of the story. And I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about this movie? Well, to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I will say it's pretty darn enjoyable, but somewhat, it's okay. But at least it's better than third person, I could tell you that. Okay, all I can say is the storyline is fine, the characters were okay for the most part. Well, except for 2 dudes who are truly the best parts about the film. One is Christopher Walken as some fictional character who wasn't based by a comic book, and also Danny DeVito as Penguin. Those 2 guys were the best parts about the film. Okay, I will say the cinematography is good. I freaking love the score. I love the main climax of the movie. And the costume designs are pretty darn cool. And I freaking love the character design for Penguin. It looks pretty darn awesome. And yet very darn scary at the same time. So anyway, let's head on to my strongest points and the weakest points of Batman Returns. I will say for the strongest points for this movie is a tie. Just a tie. Between Danny DeVito's performance as the Penguin and truly the main climax of this film. Yeah, to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I really did enjoy Danny DeVito's performance as the Penguin. I think he did a fantastic job playing a really cool villain who is very threatening and terrifying at the same time. And I think Tim Burton made the rightful choice of choosing him as Penguin because he has to be a shorty character. I mean, he needs to be very, 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 very short. So around 5 foot or something. I'm not sure how tall Danny DeVito is. But man, he made a really cool, excellent performance in this film. And I don't know why he has to win that stupid Sabby Award for Worst Actor. They should have thrown that worst trophy away for him. And just give him the best. He's the best part about the film. If you know what I mean. So yeah, Danny DeVito, he's the first main strongest point of the film. Well, after all, he did play our beloved Penguin after all. The second strongest point of the movie is truly the climax. I frickin' love the climax of this film. I mean, it was so darn mind-blowing. But I don't want to spoil anything for you. But all I can say about the main climax of the film, it's very epic, it's very spectacular, it's amazing. But also, it's gonna be sad as well. Like I said, I'm not allowed to say anything. So, for the two best, strongest points of this movie is truly Danny DeVito's performance as the Penguin and also the main climax to this film. Alright, let's go on to the most weakest points of this movie, and I really did find one in this film. I feel bad for some other characters who are not very well developed. I feel bad for Michael Keaton's performance as Bruce Wayne and Batman. I feel bad for the guy who played Alfred and also the guy who played Mr. Gordon. And also a little bit of Michelle Pfeiffer's performance as Selina Kyle and Catwoman. Well, I know she got good development as Catwoman, but not much for Selina Kyle. Man, I feel bad for all 4 of those people. I just wish Tim Burton should talk to the screenwriter and tell him to write down more parts of the story where the other characters need more development for this film. Well, especially for Michael Keaton. I wish Michael Keaton should have been a little bit more developed for this movie. He needs to be more fleshed out. And, I want to see a little bit more of a bond between him with Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, and also his butler pal, Alfred. I just feel so sorry for every single one of these good actors and actresses who did not have much of a role in the film, or just the supporting wise. So I just wish Michael Keaton needs to have a little bit more development for his character. Yeah, he developed well in the first film, but not much in the second film. It really did bum me out. So a little bit more development for the characters is truly the main weak point for this movie. And now let's head on to the characters. I'll just stay with one character that stands out to me in this film, and that is Danny DeVito as Penguin. This guy is pure awesomeness. And he's truly the best part about the movie. And I mean, this guy had a really cool storyline, a really cool personality. I like his attitude. He is such a tough, cookie-looking character, and I really, really love his character design. He has a creepy-looking character design. You know, with the face and his hands is not completely normal except for these two fingers right here. Sadly, his three fingers are stuck together as a whole, or halfway point. And I really like he had a good bond with his penguins. He really loves his penguins so much. He raised all of these penguins, from their baby looks to their teenager looks and their adult looks, or maybe some penguins that are getting old. Oh yeah, another good point I like about this movie is when they featured animals in this film. Not just the penguins, they featured a bunch of cats and one monkey and a really cool looking poodle. That's a really cool part about this film. I like the animals. What else do I like for Penguin? Man, there's a lot of good things I love about Penguin, so I think I don't have much things to say. So Danny DeVito as Penguin, he is truly the best part about this film overall. And now, let's head on to my final thoughts of Batman Returns. Overall, Batman Returns, I will say it's somewhat good, but somewhat an okay movie. I will say the storyline is fine. The characters were okay, except for two characters who were truly the best parts about the film. One is Penguin, and the other is a fictional character played by Christopher Walken. I love the animals. I love the cinematography. I freaking love the score. I love the main climax to this movie. And yeah, I think it's a good holiday season film to watch. And since this movie did take place in Christmas, and I'll be looking forward to these two wonderful men who are going to come back, work together again with Tim Burton and Danny Elfman, so they could get ready for their latest film called Dumbo. And here's an interesting plot twist. He's going to play a good guy. He's going to play a bad guy in that latest new film of theirs. Interesting, huh? So, I decided to give this wonderful film, no, I will say somewhat of a good, but somewhat okay film. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's a likable film, but somewhat okay. But I wish there's some way we could develop the other characters just a little bit more. And maybe I will give this movie a little bit more higher rating for the score, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's my whole entire movie review of Batman Returns. And I hope you will join me again for my next movie review to come, as I return to the theaters to see the greatest flying elephant of all time, called Dumbo. So, fly up there, Dumbo. Head on to your freedom, little buddy. I can't wait to see you in the theaters. Hallelujah. Yep, that's it for now. So, I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.